finally turning on the other pages. Like I'd see them popping in now.
You forgot to actually go live on them. You might have put them up on the screen, but you didn't go live on them.
Oh yeah. If you can, that'd be great. When you go live, there's nobody streaming except Lee. And when you get a chance, I told Lee thank you for streaming the other time when he was on. But no, I appreciate Lee still streaming and throwing video content up there. I appreciate him. That's about it. It's you, me, and Lee. That's all we got.
Well, 2 pages won't let us.
And then you've been fighting all these damn people trying to claim videos left and right, just like they did before. And it was like around Christmas time last time, wasn't it? Everybody wants to try to take advantage of the page. I mean, I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. They're trying to claim the pages over, and it's all overseas. It's not in the United States. They got to be overseas. So
they are. It's the same ones that did it previously.
Yeah.
And I thought that I'd went in and blocked the countries and got rid of it because we went a long time without being claimed or any problems.
I know. And then the videos hasn't changed.
No, they're claiming the old ones.
They're attacking again. I mean, it's just unbelievable the amount of shit you got to go through on these pages.
Knock on wood, we hadn't had any since last week. So maybe I got the word across. We're not going to let you go this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to let him go this time. I've been as soon as I get notified, bam, it's disputed.
Yeah,
I don't let them set. I'm waking up at night checking these pages because
no, don't drive yourself too crazy.
Well, I got to because if I don't, I won't. I'll forget about it.
It's been fun. Yeah, it's always right before Thanksgiving. I swear it is. Every year we have these problems right before Thanksgiving. It's like they're going after people giving, stars and giving, if they see a lot of stars being given back and forth, they'll go after the page. They will start claiming all the videos because they want to claim. If we miss the claims, then it goes into like a limbo. It happened last year. Same thing. If anybody's managing a page, this is a shit. Take it from us. We go through it all the freaking time. It is monotonous, retiring, and it's just stupid,
Myself for 2 years have dealt with these people, and they're all the same. Some of them has made new names, but they all originate from the same place.
Right. I mean, I would do a video and I would fart, and then the claim would be farting sounds. Like they're trying to claim the farting sounds. That's how ridiculous this is, guys. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. They will claim the fart sound just to get the stars.
Yeah.
They can all kiss my ass.
But the thing is, they don't realize you're not getting stars on these pages.
Nope, I'm not.
But they don't know that. They just assume that you are. And these are videos that were made as far back. There's some videos showing up from 22.
How is that? We deleted everything, haven't we?
Yes. I have no idea how they're showing up.
So maybe they stole the video somehow and repurposed it, copied it, and then reposted. I don't know how they're doing it. I have no idea.
And I know YouTube has them on it, but
it's really too bad the ladies are not streaming anymore anywhere. Well, I don't think anybody's streaming anymore anywhere.
I don't know. I hadn't even looked.
Yeah. Too many stalkers, too many haters, too many people trying to ruin things, people prying into personal business, trying to call their companies and report them. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
There's so many unhappy people in this world. And
I mean, there was a gal on TikTok. I hate to cut you off, Curtis. I'm sorry. There was a gal on TikTok that got fired from her job because she's on OnlyFans, and then they called up her company and said that she's on OnlyFans. I'm like, so what? What she does in her personal life doesn't fucking matter, you know? So the company let her go and fired her because some people were calling up and saying, this is the kind of shit people are going through. Like, if you got a good thing going, there's somebody in the background that wants to fuck it up. I guarantee you.
That's a fact.
There is somebody in the background that is desperately trying to fuck it up just for their own clout, for their own personal feelings.
When social media really started booming, okay? I'm talking about what we're doing right now. There was people, these are females that were like police women, firefighters. They had specific jobs to deal with the public. Well, they started posting posts of themselves in like bikinis and things like that on these social media pages.
What? Where?
This has been years back. They got fired from their jobs because of posting this stuff on Facebook. It had nothing to do with them being on the job doing this stuff. It was on their personal time, which a lot of people think what you do on your personal time is your business. My job, they expected me, if I seen a property owner in Walmart, I was supposed to treat them the way I would if I was on the job. This is on my personal time. I disagreed, and I told my supervisor, that's not going to happen. If one of them asked me to do something, I've got a POA shirt on, and they asked me to load a bag of dog food in the back of their car, I'll tell them to kiss my ass. I'm not going to do it.
Ooh, Curtis is the word ass.
I might kiss their ass for 8 hours a day at work, but I'm damn sure not going to do it on my time off.
Curtis said the word ass.
That was part of the job. I was supposed to treat them the same off of duty that I was on duty. Well, that happened in social media where all these fire ladies lost their jobs. I thought that was so freaking stupid.
Right. And it's crazy. You know, it is. It is totally crazy. But, all right, man. I'm going to get myself out of here.
All right, Dennis. Good seeing you, man. Take care of yourself.
Hey, I appreciate you, Curtis, for doing these videos and lives and stuff. Keeping it kind of hanging in there.
Well,
I do appreciate the very few, probably count them on all my hands and toes that stick around and watch. Thank you for those you who took off already. Sorry.
We got 31 people on here, Dennis. Don't leave me down.
Well, they're trying to figure out what I'm doing. That's what they're doing. They're like, what is this guy doing now?
I'll once you leave, I'll drop back down to 6 or 10.
No, it is what it is, man. Hey, I've got my own little TikTok thing here. Hey, everybody, reporting live. It's some bright ass lights. That's shit. Reporting live from the studios. Yeah.
We have breaking news.
Breaking news. I'm on, bitches. What's up? Oh my God, that's bright.
I got so much nastiness on my glasses I can't tell.
What?
I got so much nastiness on my glasses I can't tell how bright they are.
You got nastiness on your glasses? Well, you know, they got tissue for that jerkins. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I got something better. I got a trucker's TV blanket I wipe my hands on.
You done there, you digger.
that blanket there.
Digger. All right, Bubba.
You take care of yourself, man. Don't
See you guys.
Later,
See
man.
you later. Bye, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Turn my camera off there. Give me a second. Oh my goodness. Which dude you talking to there, Linda? Probably Dennis. Hey there, Frank. How you doing? Scott? Who else come in here? Dana. Hey there, girl. How you doing? Been a while. Let's see. There was someone else. Betty Trainer. I hadn't seen you in forever. How y'all doing? Good to see you here. That's the only one. Deborah. I seen you comment about being in Florida for the funeral. I think it was you said you was who was that? Where's it at? Where was it at? I seen it. He is in Florida. Sister-in-law's funeral. Well, I'm sorry and my condolences. Sorry I didn't get to answer you right off. Dennis, come on, was talking. Didn't want to interrupt him. Yeah, and they already started leaving. Everybody's gonna leave now since Dennis is gone. What are we gonna talk about now? Oh, you're gonna have surgery. Well, hopefully things go well with you. Nothing major, I hope. Yeah, good to see everybody tonight. We had a rocky start, and then we had some viewers come in and watch, and we was having a good time. Then all of a sudden, Mr. Dennis pops in. Wow, look at there! Yeah, I'm glad he come on. Got to see him. Oh, did you an ornament? Hey, Todd, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, okay. Got you. Them stones are painful. Luckily, I hadn't had them in a long time. Boy, I hated them. Been to the ER many times with them. I had them so bad one time. I come home from work and the wife was at work and I could not do nothing. I pulled a chair out of the living room there in the kitchen and I laid over the top of that back of the chair on my belly just trying to get some comfort. Wow. And finally, she got home and we ended up the ER room. I could not take it no more. And after that, they sent me to. They put me on pain pills. They gave me some Flomax, I think it's called, to try to pass the stones. And they sent me in the next day to get some ultrasounds done, and they did that. And holy crap! The bottom part of my kidneys, both sides, just covered in stones. And so I took this medicine and they gave me a basket to pee in so I could try to catch them and they'd analyze them. There's some of them that they could analyze and determine what caused them, but the ones I was passing they couldn't do it. Are they going to do the aqua? Is that what they're doing? The buddy of mine at work, he had kidney stones bad like I was having, and they sent him they had a mobile unit that had the machine, the tank, and everything in. Is a big old motor home converted, and he had to go in there. He did 3 or 4 trips to it. Every time they'd come to Hot Springs, they went from different hospital to hospital, and every time they'd come to Hot Springs, excuse me, I come to excuse me, I can't even get them words out. Every time they'd come to Hot Springs, he'd go back and they'd give him another treatment. Oh, they're going, oh, okay, they're going to open you up. Well, I hope everything turns out good for you. No, at this point, Frank, he is not looking to. He is going to call it quits for now, but that's not saying that he's going to give it up permanently. Some of them will, Patty. Lemonade will do that, but not all of them. Like I said, you have so many different things that when it comes to kidney stones, there's certain ones that you can for and some you can't. Oh, I know it. I don't know. I assumed it was soda pops because I was drinking a whole lot of soda pops back then. And my buddy at work that went through it like I was going through it, he drank Dr. Peppers. And that's what they told him, to cut down on Dr. Peppers and milk, which it didn't matter. He still had problems with them. Well, that's the thing. I was always told to drink cranberry juice for kidney stones. That's what I was told to do. Even the doctor told me to drink cranberry juice. But it never helped me. I was just drinking it. But the one thing now, I'm taking the same medicine that I took for back then for the kidney stones. I take it for another reason. So I'm taking the same medicine, only for prescribed for a different reason. You can go figure that out. Me talking about them, I'm starting to hurt. Isn't that something? Yeah, you talk about something and it ends up happening. Yeah, Baker blue pill. They're white. I don't need that pink or blue pill or yellow pill. I don't need that. I ain't to that age yet. What? You ain't got no pain? Oh my gosh, you're lucky. It starts, get this, it starts at right, actually at the upper part of my back, and then it starts working its way down. Wow, you're lucky. It starts out as a dull pain. It's, you know how you sit and you can't get comfortable in your chair, and it gets more of an ache. And then you try to move in a different chair to be comfortable, and then you just can't find that comfortable spot. Well, that's how it always happened to me. I need to go through I've got all of my medical records. I had to download them or get them. I was transferring health facilities and they required records and they asked, do I have them? I said, no, I could probably get them. So I requested from the hospital, which I had to go through because of the doctor I was seeing was at this hospital. So they printed it all out and they gave it to me to take to my new doctor's office. And when they did, I took them to him, and then the lady at the new doctor says, well, I've already got them. They emailed them to me. I said, what a crap. I've got one of these great big manila envelopes, the big document envelopes, just as full as they could get them with all my medical records on them. So I just kept them, brought them home, and I've had them ever since. But I should look in there and see if I have the picture of that baby camera. What do they call that thing? Ultrasound. I'd never heard of them using ultrasound for anything but looking at babies. But I had one done on my heart, one on my kidneys. No, they just did ultrasound. That's all it was. I laid on the table on my side and they did all that rubbing on me. Had some kind of stick in their hand rubbing on me. It never can be a pretty nurse either. Always one that's older and feisty and do it this way. You got to do it this way. Ain't none of them purty ones, youngins saying, oh, baby doll, you got to do it this way. You know what I'm talking about. No, you can't get any of them nurses. I got rubbed up, you betcha. That's the best rubbing up I've had in years. Yeah. I might ask the doctor, I said, can you give me one of them there ultrasounds again? I like that. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I like that. Pretty nice. Through all of my medical issues I've had some really nice nurses. They took pride in their jobs and they really just really nice to me. And when I had my neck surgery, right before I checked out, I had the worst nurse I've probably ever had in my life. And He lied. Well, you don't have to run off, Betty. You can stick around. I ain't going to get no dirty, nasty. But if you have to go, you have a good night and good luck with your surgery, okay? You take care. And thank you for coming in and watching our video. Thank you. Yeah, it was a male nurse, and most of the time male nurses are really nice. But he wasn't. I cussed him out before I walked out. And I told the doctor when the doctor was come in to check me before I was released. And I told him that this nurse has lied to you because he told me I had meals and he did this and that. And I said, he never done that. First thing I ate was scrambled eggs just about 30 minutes ago. And that's all I had was scrambled eggs. I tried to drink coffee and I did the best I could. I don't drink coffee out of a straw, so I just sipped enough to get the eggs down, and that was it. He just fed the doctor a line of crap, and I called him out on it. The nurse was standing there when I was telling the doctor, and the doctor apologized to me and wanted to know if I wanted to do some kind of claim about it. I said, no, I ain't worried about it. I'm just letting you know what was actually done and said. But other than that, that was the only bad experience I had. And he kept putting me off and telling me that he was waiting on the doctor's order to release me. And I kept on and on. I said, look, the doctor's done been here. He said I'd be out in 30 minutes, and here it is, been 4 hours. I'm still not out. I'm fixing to walk out of the hospital because I'm tired of it. I don't like you. I don't like what you've done. I want to go home. It's kind of like them videos you see on Facebook and YouTube where the drunk's getting pulled over. The cop asks, where are you headed? I want to go home. I'm going home. Well, that was that way. I was tired of it. I want to go home. And I've cussed and pestered that nurse enough. He finally got me out of there. And he said, well, I got a wheelchair. I got to go get it. I said, no, I'm going to walk out. He says, no, you're not. Against hospital policy. And so I got in a wheelchair and I says, brother's going to take me out. No, he's not. It's against policy. I'm going, no, I got to take you out. So when he got me to the brother's car and I got loaded into it, I shut the door real quick. I didn't want to hear nothing out of that man's mouth again. I was tired of him. Well, hey there, Miss Robin. How you doing? Good to see you. I was tired of that place. I was tired of that line nurse. I had one nurse. I had a piece of bed. I didn't know if I had the catheter in me still or not, so I reached down there and found it. I was uh-oh. And I knew there was a toilet in the corner. It had the toilet in the corner, and you had just a curtain around it. I was fixing to go to that toilet because I had to pee real bad. And so I started to get out of the bed, and all of a sudden this alarm starts off, and here runs nurse. I about fall on the floor. She grabs and picks me up. So, where are you going? I said, I got to pee. Why didn't you push the button? I said, I didn't know I had to. She says, hold on, let me get the pee thing. And so she did. And I says, well, you better grab it and put it in because I can't. Oh, and I thought about that before I left the hospital. And I told this one nurse girl that come in there, I said, I don't know who the nurse was last night, but tell her I'm sorry for what I did last night. Oh, what a mess. Oh, he's doing pretty good. I talked to him Friday. Him and his girlfriend is going up to Joplin, Missouri for Thanksgiving. She has an aunt that's living still and lives up there, and she invited her and Kevin to come up there to spend Thanksgiving with her and the family, and so that's where they're going. But he doing good. He been thinking and talking about retiring with me. I said, what's the holdup? Well, I'm going to lose this much money. I says, you got it covered. You got plenty. You'll make it. Don't worry about it. I don't want to lose out. I said, well, you're going to lose out on what happens if something happens to where you can't enjoy the rest of your life. You know, you still able to get around good now. Why risk it? So I've got him convinced to retire at 65, which is about 2.5 years. Which I wish you'd go ahead and do it now, but he wants to wait till he's 65. He wants to wait till he's 67. I says, no. Target time is 65. So that's what he's going to do. He's worried about all of this stuff, about money and about getting like me. I said, well, number one thing is you got to remember you're going to have 2 retirements, not just one. So you're going to get nearly 3 times what I get a month. And as far as getting out, you may still get up early and think about work and stuff. But the thing is, you can just lay back down and go to sleep. Get up when you want to. Go do what you wanted to. You know, get on that motorcycle and go for a ride. You know, you're not tied down to a clock or anything. You got to be at work or something like that. Well, you're still in nursing home. Well, God bless you, girl. I hope you get out of there soon. Wow, it is Irene. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, he's doing good. Uh, and as far as his kids go, I don't know. I'm sure they'll have some kind of Thanksgiving get together with their mother, because basically that's what they've been doing since Jeremy's bought my mom and dad's house and been living there. They've been gathering there for all the holidays because that's a big house and everybody else lives in trailers, so they gather up there. Oh, let's see. And my boy, he's going. I can't remember where he's going, but I know he said the Saturday after Thanksgiving is when they're going to have it with his mom. They were going somewhere on Thanksgiving Day. I can't remember. So they all have plans. And boy says, well, I'll bring you a plate. And I said, no, don't do it. I'm going to have this turkey here myself. There's just no need into, going to a trouble of getting it, bringing it here. So we got our plans worked out. Let's see. Well, let's hope you will, Robin. Let's hope and pray that you will. Well, that's my question too, Irene. I love doing this. The majority of the time I have fun, it's a way for me to pass the time away, is to do what I do here with all of you guys. And but I don't know what the future is going to be. I believe Dennis is going to keep what he's got here. But as far as the chat room, I don't know about it. And like, I did a podcast on Truckers TV main page, a few weeks ago, because I couldn't see the comments on StreamYard. So I just went on there and did it. And so the only downfall to me doing these things on the main page, I can do it on any page we've got. Don't get me wrong, but I can only open up one page at a time to stream on. Is I can't invite guests on stage with me, which, like we're doing right now, nobody wants to come up on stage. So that's the only difference. Now, if I don't know, I've never done it on the telephone. I think you can have two people come up or one person with you on these streams, but I think that's the only ones. And I have to use a telephone, which I don't know how to use my telephone to do this business on. All I know is a computer. And with the computer, I have no option to do it with. But I do know, watching the live streams on my telephone, while I'm watching it, I do have a button to ask to come on stage with the streamer. But nobody wants to come on stage with me. I don't know why. I'm a good guy. Dadgum alarm. I changed the batteries in my thermometer, and somehow I've got the alarm triggered on it. I don't know how to turn it off. So at this time every day, that stupid alarm goes off. I'm gonna have to look into that. Because on my computer you can't do that. You cannot do it. There's no way to have people come on stage with me. Because we talked about that last stream or so back. Remember, Michelle? Yeah, Hammer fixes everything, doesn't it, Brenda? And I haven't got the chance to even try it. But when I went live, when I wasn't able to see who was making the comments, remember, I looked and there's no button to bring people on stage with me using a computer. Well, that's okay, Robin. When you get home and you get to feeling better and you're able to do better, you're welcome to come on stage, okay? Yeah, you're good. I think I have a well. See, if you can use Messenger and do all this business, because I one time had Messenger and I think there's 8 or 9 people up with me. But as far as streaming on Truckers TV or Truckers Television, I cannot bring no one on stage with me using a computer. There is no way that it will happen. I can't, there's no button. I've looked everywhere possible to find a button, and there's not a button. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm looking at something here. Where we at? Okay, right there you are. Okay, back to regular program. Yeah, there's no button to bring anybody on stage on the computer. I know there is on the phone, telephone, your wireless cellular device, because I've seen it. I've seen it where you can ask to join the streamer. Oh, somebody sent me a message. I wonder who that was. A text, not message, a text. But it's that boy of mine. Yeah, that was a boy. I was ragging him about not showing up Saturday with my desk. Oh, I'm going to get up bright and early Saturday morning, go up there and get that desk and bring it to the house for you. He's going to go up and get his mama's pickup truck, and way make it real easy to load up in the truck and bring it here. I sat here at the desk till 2:00 in the afternoon. And no word from Cody, no showing up from Cody. I said, screw it. I'm going to my recliner. So I went to my recliner. Didn't say nothing all evening. Didn't text him or nothing all day. Finally, before I started this stream, I sent him a text, and I said, I seen you as active on Messenger, so I thought I'd send you a text. I said, did you forget about me Saturday? Or did something come up? He forgot he had a birthday party to go to at 11 o'clock. But he did get by there before they closed, and they bought it. He bought it. He just didn't have no way to pick it up. He didn't have the truck. So he has to pass the place when he comes and goes from work. So apparently he got to it before they closed up, and I don't know. He may have just said he did, and he ain't even bought it yet. All I know is he got my money, and I ain't got no desk. I don't know. I can't remember how many. It was either 8 or 10 people on Messenger that we had on there one time. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. But what happens, and, we got to accept what it happens. Good or bad, we'll live with it, right? Time goes on, life goes on. We find new things. I've found shopping on social media. I like watching Shop and Show. Ain't nothing but women's and baby clothes most of the time. And what's this stuff about goat's milk soap? What? What in the world? Goat milk candles? You ain't supposed to use soap or burn candles like that. Goat's milk's for drinking. But some ladies like that stuff. They'll spend big bucks. And you know what? I thought watching these videos of these ladies, I'd hate to be their husbands or their boyfriends because they spend a lot of money. And they're repeat customers. You see them every day, twice a day. It's not just once a week or this or that. They do their shows twice a day. And these same women are coming in there and just buying stuff like crazy. It just freaks me out. I'm sitting back here, leaning back in my desk chair going, boy, I feel sorry for their spouses or their significant others because they're spending a lot of money. I just seen a flashlight. Huh. Well, I knew they made what is that? I knew they made candles, but I didn't know they made soap, or it might be vice versa. One or the other I knew they made, and then the other I didn't even know it. You know, what's the purpose for using goat's milk instead of wax or gelatins? They got to have some kind of binding material. I don't know how it's made. I've never even thought about looking how they make it. But they can't just use goat's milk. Back when I was out and about, they had a farmer's market that this one family would come and set up. They had Amish butters and a lot of Amish things that they would sell. Well, hey there, Sue. How are you doing? I'm doing good. And I think it was the candles that woman had that she was selling. But it may have been the soap. It's been so long since I've dealt with all of this. It's hard for my mind to remember. Yeah, I think it was Ghost Milk soap. But you take one bar of this soap, they're selling it for $10 a bar. What's it good for? You know, what I'm asking is, what's better if you use goat's milk than regular soap? You know, what makes it better than regular soap? I can understand the candles because of they say they all smell good. They're always raving about, oh, this smells so good. Well, I can't smell it. I know how goats smell, and they stink. Ain't nothing good smelling about a goat, especially old Billy Goat. Them are the nastiest things. But what makes it better than just regular candles or regular soaps? Because it costs a whole lot of money. It's not cheap. Even the candles are like $8, $9 for these little cubes of what they call candles. You know, if you've watched my podcast, we talked about goat's milk while back. It's been quite a while ago. Me growing up, and when I was a little bitty kid, my great aunt had goats. She had milk goats, and we'd go over to her house. My grandma, we'd stay with my grandma and her husband when we was little bitty kids, and we'd go there once a week. They lived in a little small town called Mount Pine, which through the back roads was just a hop and skip away. So we'd go there once a week. They would, with my grandma and her sister would visit for a couple of hours, and us kids, we'd be in and out of the house getting in trouble all the time. And that was one of my best memories. Was my great aunt, she had always had a gallon of goat's milk in a glass gallon jug in her refrigerator, just ice cold. She'd pour her brother and I just a little glass of it, and she'd give us one cookie. And all that goat's milk was so good and cold. Well, I grew up, and I hadn't had any goat's milk since that time. I got to checking to see if I could get it here, and there was one place. My Walmart had, it wasn't Walmart, it's another grocery store, because my Walmart didn't have it. And lo and behold, I can get on Walmart's page right now, and they've got several different. They have a dried goat's milk mix, and they have like 3 different brands of goat's milk in the dairy section. I haven't got any yet, because this could be a memory that I think is good, and I buy it and it'd be so nasty I don't even want to think about it again. I don't want to take the chance, because it's not cheap milk. But anyway, that's one of my good memories that I have being a kid. Helps your skin from aging, wrinkles. Oh, okay. I just never knew what the advantages of goat's milk is over regular. I guess the chemicals that they put in it when factories make it over homemade. I remember Grandma, she would make lye soap. And I don't know how she made it. All I know is she made it, and she used it in the bathtub. Ugh, that was some nasty stuff. All I remember about that stuff, boy, it made you clean. I guarantee you. You could feel it cleaning you. We'd sit in the front room, and she'd get a gallon jug of fresh cow's milk. She'd skim the fat off, and we'd sit in the living room and churn butter, make homemade butter. She had that wooden churn for years and years. She had it when she lived out here up until she died. And we were cleaning out her house, and I seen that, and I thought, I would love to have that just for sake, saying it was my grandma's, and I actually used it as a kid. Honestly, I didn't have anywhere to put it. I had a house just packed full of crap already, and I just didn't have nowhere to put it. I didn't have storage. I just didn't have it. And so I think one of my cousins from Mountain Pine ended up with it, or my dad's sister, one of them got it. And I know if my aunt got it, it's gone for good now. But if one of my cousins from Mountain Pine got it, I know they still have it. It's just something that, it was nice. It wasn't. It was dated, but it was still a nice piece of history. Yeah, harsh ain't the word for it, Patty. That was a mean stuff. I don't know if you've had lye soap or not. That stuff burns. Yeah, it burns. I can still remember them days sitting in that bathtub having used that soap. That burnt. But that's all in the past. I was using that Irish Spring body wash, and man, that stuff dries out your skin real bad. So I had to change. I use Dial body wash now. I have my loofah and my body brush. Speaking of that, them ladies on that selling show, they sell them loofahs for $10. They have these scrubbing pads that are scented. They sell for $10. My mom used to wash my mouth out with Dove soap. I kind of acquired a taste for it there for a while. I don't know why. I was just being a boy. I just speaking my mind. The problem was my mind was not what she's wanting to hear come out my mouth. See, get to that bathroom. Hand me that bar soap. Yeah, there it is. She had washed my mouth out. Well, it never ever got cleaned them dirty words out my mouth. They kept coming. There's times I thought, hey, I'm missing that soap. I'd sneak in the bathroom and get a bar and stick it in my mouth just for sake, That's good stuff. Oh, I bet it was, Scott. Holy crap. I had 3 girl cousins. Their goal in life was to make my life miserable. Them girls just pestered the fire out of me. And I'd cuss them, and I was the only one getting in trouble. Their mamas knew they were causing the trouble, but they were just little angels. They never do anything wrong. Baloney. They were the reason why I was getting in trouble all the time. Mom and Dad would say, well, we're going over to so-and-so's house. I don't want to go. You got to go. I'd sit in the car as long as I could, and I'd get out, and here comes trouble. They'd just start into me right then and there. So I grew up thinking girls are mean. Girls are trouble. They just caused me trouble my early years of life. Boy, you want nothing to do with them. Nasty. Pew, pew. Stay away from me. Then I got older and I thought, hey, these girls, they're pretty nice. They smell pretty good too. Yeah, I kind of like them girls. Well, that's the problem I had. I couldn't keep away from them. And that got me in trouble. Problem was I couldn't keep one. It was more than one. I always had to have 2 or 3 girlfriends. That's my problem. Couldn't have just one. I tried to have girls from different schools. You know how that works. You know what I'm talking about. Some of you guys do. That way it's kind of secret. Problem was the school was too close, and 90% of them knew the people from my school. We knew each other, so a couple of them I couldn't keep secret. Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going? You just jumped down here and thought like you got to be here. Let's see here. You want to be on camera? Let's turn that camera on. Let's see here. Turn around. Turn around. You had to be up here. Come on. Turn around. Look here. Look here. Say howdy. Howdy. Now look this way. Look this way. Say howdy. See a little goatee like your daddy's. Oh, go on, man. You had to be over here. I don't know why you want to leave now. Yeah, he jumped down here like he had a mission to be on. Well, I'm glad to see I have 19 people in here right now. Thank you very much. This means the world to me because we just don't get a lot of viewers anymore. And it's really depressing and I don't know, disappointing, I guess is a word, because we try to do something and no one wants to take part. It's fun. We get to do what we're doing right now. We talk about just about anything in the world. There's no specific topic. It's just kind of like, a gang room or something, do about whatever. Girls will mess with you, mess you up. So run while you can. Yeah, because they didn't want the competition from you, Scott. That's what it is. Yellowstone. You'd rather watch Yellowstone than me? That's all right. You go ahead. I was fixing to end this anyway. It's been 4 hours, people. Man, that's a long time. But I do appreciate you guys. The most of you, you're always here with me, and if not for the full streams, you always pop in and say hi and check in on things, and I appreciate that. If you don't get told that enough, I try to, and just by your viewership means more than anything. And I wish I could say I'm going to do more of these, but I don't know what the future holds. The Cowboys you get to see. Okay, you little girl. Young lady, keep your minds out the gutter. Well, I'm going to tell you what, Brenda. I'm going to do this. Thursday morning, I'm going to go ahead and do a chat. And everybody that's here right now, you can come in and say hi. If you have to leave and take care of your meals and things like that, that's fine. Just try to remember that I'm going to do one and just come in and say hi and all of that, okay? Because I will do a chat. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Becky, does your dad know you talk like that? He's probably sitting there listening, isn't he? Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm going to do one Thursday morning. I thought about it, and I hadn't got nothing to do. It's going to take me about 20 minutes to make my meal, if that. The longest thing is going to be the stovetop stuffing. You know, how long does it take to make it? That's the longest thing. So I ain't got nothing but time. I ain't got nobody coming, or I ain't got nowhere to go. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a chat. Well, I would. You know, like I said, Becky, it's I get disappointed because I have good intentions. Only thing I'm stuffing is my mouth, Patty. I have that little package. It's about this big, and it's got 2 or 3 little pieces of turkey breast in it, and it has gravy. It's in a vacuum sealed package. You put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, let it set 2 minutes, and then open her up. That's what I got. Oh, I miss cornbread dressing. And I don't like stovetop cornbread dressing at all. That's disgusting. I can get, and I may go ahead and have him pick it up for me. Cranford's up here. Brookshire's up here has cornbread dressing. They have a 2-pound pack that you have to cook, and then they have a 32-ounce that's already cooked. You just put it in the microwave and heat it up. I've had them before, and they're really good. And I may have the boy pick one of them up and bring it to me, and I'll make it instead of stovetop. I like stovetop chicken dressing. I love it. I used to eat it with pork chops, with chicken, with a lot of different dishes. You know, I like it. Well, hey there, Miss Donda. Cook Plays, have you done any trucking? Myself, no. You can just basically my trip that I took, I drove a dump truck's what I drove, and it was probably about a 70-mile, maybe 80-mile round trip, and I did that for about 27 years. Dennis Adams, he's the creator of all these pages, and he had his own company, and he's not trucking anymore. He's started something else. But we've had drivers come and go for since 2020, and some of them was considered more local. But there's a whole lot of over-the-road drivers that's been through here. Did I like men or women? Well, as far as trucking goes, it doesn't matter. I have just as much respect, and I appreciate the women truck drivers as much as the men drivers, because number one, the women have come a long way. They went into a company or into a field that was basically a man's field. They, you may have 1 or 2 women in the whole United States driving trucks. Well, it's expanded to times now that you have, I'm not going to say half as many women truck drivers as you do men, because that's not the case, but there's a whole lot of women drivers, and believe it or not, they still face the same things that they did when women drivers started. There's still some old-time drivers out there that say, them women don't need to be in them big trucks. Well, if you followed Truckers TV long enough, we had a driver one time streaming on here named Janet. She was better than most men drivers. She was a damn good truck driver. She could back in spots that I would come to say that a lot of the male drivers could not. They would have to have somebody do it, or they just refuse to drop a load. That woman could drive a truck. And that's the way it is. There's a lot of women that's like Janet out there on the roads. And I appreciate and respect them as much or even more than men drivers. You know what I did last year, Becky? I bought one of them rotisserie chickens, and that was really good. I got it from Brookshire's. No, I did get it from Walmart. No, I got it from Brookshire's. And oh my goodness. It was really good. I got that stuffing and it was really, really good. Really, really good. I got the lemon pepper, I believe it was. I like that. I used to cook turkeys. I had two, I'm talking huge slow cookers. And I would, they wasn't like just a regular crock pot. And I'd cook a big turkey and I'd cook a big ham. And I did that for several years, but there's no need me cooking it. There for the last, I'm going to say 4 years that I was married, I was just buying a turkey breast and cooking it because, it just me and her at the time. And that was just too much food for us. And, no sense about cooking the whole thing because I didn't eat dark meat. She didn't either. We just ate the breast. So we started buying the breast and I'd cook it. She always had to work a half a day on Thanksgiving, and I was always off on Thanksgiving. And so that's why I cooked. I didn't mind cooking. I liked it. I always liked cooking. I used to do it all the time. And since I've been here by myself, well, I just don't cook. I got to the point to where I couldn't cook. I can't stand at the stove. I got this stove finally, and I've used it twice, I think. And that's because I was sitting at the bar cutting up onions and tomatoes and stuff like that. But no, I quit cooking. And after I bought this oven that I got, it's an air fryer and broiler, you name it, the whole thing, the big countertop oven. And that's what I cook my meat in. And I'm gonna tell you what, it does a great job. And so I put my meat in it, and then my vegetables, I'll put them in the microwave, and there you have it. I cooked them pork chops. What did I have? I had green beans, and what else was it? There was another dish I cooked with it. But boy, it was so good. Oh, wished I had them again tonight. And I made hamburgers yesterday, had one yesterday, and Had one yesterday and one today. I cooked two yesterday, and they were so good. I cooked pork chops, pork ribs, steaks, you name it. I use the broiler is what I use most of the time. And yeah, that banquet chicken. Oh my gosh. The banquet chicken I put in my oven. You can buy that 8-piece there at Walmart, and that's what I get, and I cook it and all that. I love the flavor of that breading they have on that chicken. We got